In our previous class, we have discussed the Bernoulli's triad, number one. Number two, Newland's octave classification, Newland's octave periodic table. And the third, very, very important, we would like to learn is, that is Mendeleev's periodic table. And number four, Moseley's periodic table. Now we will see the continuation again. See, what is the drawback of the Bernoulli's law of triad? Now, the Bernoulli's law of triad, when we are discussing the Bernoulli's law of triad, which is fails to explain low mass of very high mass elements. I'm repeating. The Bernoulli's law of triad, which is fails to explain in the two cases. The first case is low mass element, and the second case is high mass element. Now, what is the second drawback when we are compared with the Bernoulli's law of triad? When we are discussing about the Bernoulli's law of triad, in case of you're taking the elements, okay, and here I'm taking the fluorine, chlorine, and the bromine. When we are comparing the atomic masses, right, the atomic mass of the chlorine is not exactly the average of fluorine and as well as bromine. Now, like this, some of the elements, they are not following the Bernoulli's law of triad. Simple. Friends, I would like to mention what is meant by the Bernoulli's triad. According to the Bernoulli's triad, the elements, they are categorized into three sets. The word three sets indicating the triad. They are having the similar physical property and they're having similar chemical property. Number two, when you are taking atomic masses, I'm repeating, when we are considering the atomic weight, the first element and the third element, the atomic weight is the average of the second element. Okay, when we are taking the first element, third element, when we are calculating the two elements average, the average is approximately equal to the average of the second element. But it may containing the drawback. It is not explains about low molecular weight and as well as high molecular weight elements. And it is also fails to explain the atomic masses of fluorine, chlorine, bromine in the de Bernoulli's periodic triads table. Now, what happened? To overcome the de Bernoulli's drawbacks, now there is a second periodic law I would like to mention. The second periodic table, which is explained by Newland in the year of 1865. I'm repeating. In the year of 1865, Newland octave rule is identified. What is meant by Newland octave? According to the Newland octave, when we are taking the periodic elements, okay, this is Newland's periodic table. And in this Newland periodic table, we have taken 56 elements. I'm repeating. The first element here I'm taking hydrogen. The next element here we're taking is thorium. Now we are taking about 56 elements, and these 56 elements, number one, they were arranged vertical columns. You see here. What is this? This is a vertical column. They were arranged in a vertical column. I'm repeating, which is arranged in a vertical column. Now they were arranged in a vertical column based on their physical and chemical properties. I'm repeating, which is arranged based on their physical and chemical properties. Now, I'll ask you a question. What is meant by Newland octave rule? When we are discussing about Newland octave rule, the first element having the resemblance with the eighth element. Now here I'm taking what is the first element? The first element is a hydrogen. Then what is the eighth element? The eighth element is known to be the fluorine. Right, simple. The first element having the properties, that means the physical property, the chemical property. The first element, the physical chemical property is resemblance with that eighth element. Like that, we are taking lithium. The first element here we are taking as a lithium, and these lithium properties are similar with the sodium and as well as sodium, who's a sodium, right? Like this. Now, what is meant by Newland octave? According to the Newland octave calculation, I'm repeating. According to the Newland octave calculation, the first element and the consecutive eighth element having the similar physical and as well as chemical property. Right. Now we will see. Now we will see the element with the similar chemical properties. They were arranged in the horizontal. So, okay, I will tell you horizontal and as well as the vertical. Now the elements having the similar properties which is arranged in that horizontal row in the Newland octave periodic table. Then, now when we are discussing in the vertical line based on that increased atomic number, the properties like hydrogen and the fluorine, right? Now, according to the octave, they're having some similarities. Based on the similarities, the entire Newland octave periodic table was arranged. I'm repeating. Based on that, the properties like similar properties like physical chemical properties, Newland octave rule was arranged. Newland periodic table is arranged. Okay. Next. The next continuation when we are seeing Newland containing some of the difficulties, right? That means some of the properties they are not showing the same properties like the similar properties when they are applying octave rule. The best example, they're having some of the dissimilar properties in the Newland octave periodic table. I'm repeating. Some of the elements containing dissimilar properties in the Newland octave rule. Now we will see, friends. Now see here. In the Newland octave consideration, cobalt, nickel, palladium, platinum, and iridium, they're having the dissimilar properties, right? Like this. Now, when we're discussing some of the elements which is arranged in the Newland periodic table, they are not following, they are not having the similar properties. Here we can have the example. Okay, their properties, they're arranged in the group of some fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine in the Newland's first horizontal row, but which is not similar, right? Dissimilar properties are arranged in the periodic table is known to be the first setback. Then what happened? Now this topic is very, very important. Mendeleev's periodic table. I'm repeating. What is this? Mendeleev's periodic table. Students, we are explaining about the first one is the Arrhenius periodic table. The second one is Mendeleev's periodic table. The Arrhenius periodic table having the setback. Only the few elements we are arranging in a triad. What is triad? First element, second element, and third element. Second element containing the average mass of first and third element. Then Newland octave rule containing 56 elements in a vertical and the horizontal row, vertical line, vertical column, and the horizontal column. The first element having the similar property compared with the eighth element, but the group containing some of the dissimilar elements. When we are discussing about Newland octave calculation, and this group containing some of the dissimilar elements, and those dissimilar elements which is arranged in the group and as well as the period. Now, I'm discussing about Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev is known to be the father of periodic table. I'm repeating. Mendeleev is known to be the father of periodic table. Now we will see some of the postulates regarding of Mendeleev's. According to the Mendeleev's periodic table, he divided the entire periodic table into 8 vertical columns. I'm repeating, 8 vertical column. Now it is the 8 vertical column, and this vertical column is known to be a group. I'm repeating, the vertical column is known to be a group, and he divided into 7 horizontal, and this 7 horizontal it is known to be the period. Now when we are discussing about the group, the elements which is arranged in the group having similar physical chemical properties. I'm repeating, the elements which is arranged in the group, the elements which is arranged in the group having similar physical property and as well as similar chemical properties. Now, and how they are arranged we will see clearly. Now, the elements which is arranged in the first column in the periodic table, the elements which is arranged in the first column of periodic table, it might be react with oxygen and it is react with hydrogen. If it react with oxygen, it can able to form metal oxides. And all those metal oxides, it seems to be same. I'm repeating. And all these metal hydrides, it seems to be same. Let me explain clearly. Now see this, friends. And it is known to be that Mendeleev's periodic table. In the Mendeleev periodic table, and here I'm taking, it is known to be that the first group, and now it is nothing but a vertical line. I'm repeating. Just listen carefully, right? Now it is known to be that vertical line. In the vertical line, we are taking hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, copper, rubidium, silver, cesium, and iron. Now this group is also identified which is into the two parts, A and as well as B. Now when we are taking the elements like A and when we are taking the elements like in the B, now we are taking the two vertical lines. A is known to be the first vertical line and the B is known to be the second vertical line, right? Now when we are taking the two vertical lines, A vertical line and as well as the V vertical line, now the elements which is under the A vertical line, A vertical column, which having the similar physical and as well as chemical property. Now they can able to form metal oxides and as well as hydrates. I will tell you in detail, right? Now see, R2O, it is known to be that metal oxide. RH is known to be that metal hydride. Like that second, 2A, 2B, metal oxide or alkali oxides and as well as alkali hydrate. Okay. Now these elements they can able to form oxides and hydrates. I'm saying that might be a metal or non-metal. Okay. Oxide, hydrate, oxide, hydrate. I'm repeating here. Oxide and as well as hydrate. I'm repeating here. Oxide and as well as hydrate. Oxides and as well as hydrate. Like this, when we are taking and all these elements which is arranged in 8 vertical columns. I'm repeating, friends, right? How many vertical columns are there? The vertical columns are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and as well as 8. Now we can have 8 vertical columns. And how many horizontal columns are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here 6. Okay. Now we're completing with that metal oxide. It is known to be that 7. Then like this, the elements which is arranged in a period and as well as a group. I will tell you what is meant by period and what is meant by group. Now, this horizontal lines is known to be that period. The horizontal lines are known to be period and the vertical line is known to be that group. Now this is like the first group A and B subdivision, second group A and B subdivision, third group A and B subdivision, fourth group A and B subdivision, like fifth, sixth, seventh, and the last one I'm taking as transition and inner transition elements. Right. Now, based on that, the physical chemical properties they were arranged in a vertical and as well as horizontal columns. Now we are seeing Mandelic periodic table. In the Mandelic periodic table, there is some drawbacks. Friends, just listen carefully. And here I'm taking some of the elements based on their atomic masses. The atomic masses should be arranged in an increased order. I'm repeating. Okay. Now see this. 121, 126 should come here, then followed by 127. Okay. Now, like this. Some of the elements they should have the increased atomic weight. 58.71 is a nickel here. 58.93 is cobalt here. So actually, by increasing atomic number, what happens? Cobalt should come here and nickel should come here. But just have a doubt in your mind why these elements were arranged in a dissimilar increased atomic weight. Because of the only one reason, when we are considering the vertical line here, I'm repeating, when we are considering the vertical line, based on that vertical line, the properties of cobalt is resembles with the property of rhodium. The property of nickel is resembles with the property of palladium. So even though atomic number 58.7 should come here, but it is not placed here. Why? Because the properties of nickel is not matches with the properties of rhodium. Next one, like this. Now we can have another calculation like MO and as well as TC. Now here, tellurium, it should have 127.60 and iridium and here 126.9. Which should come? Iridium should comes here and tellurium should comes here. But it is not possible in the Mandelic periodic table. When we are discussing the Mandelic periodic table, in the Mandelic periodic table, some of the elements which is not arranged by increasing the atomic number or atomic weight. The reason is tellurium having the similar physical properties in the same group. I'm repeating. Then iridium having the similar physical properties in the vertical column. Vertical column is nothing but a group. Right. Now I'll ask you a question, the third question. The first question, in the Mandel periodic table, there is a drawback. Some of the elements which is not arranged according to increased atomic weights. Now we have discussed the reason for that. Why? Because in the vertical column, when we are taking a group, in that group, the top of the element and the bottom of the element should have the same property. Based on that, some of the elements which is not arranged in that fashion. Now let me ask you some very important question. And some of the gaps are identified in the Mandel periodic table. I'm repeating. Some of the gaps which is arranged in the Mandel periodic table. At the time of Mandel periodic table, at the time of Mandel, some of the elements is not discovered. Some of the elements were not discovered. So he keeps some space, okay, besides boron, okay, below the boron, and it is below the aluminum, and it is below the silicon. Now it is taken as boron to icaboron, then aluminum to ica-aluminum, and the silicon to ica-silicon. Now what is the difference between the three classification, right? Now these three gaps are not filled with the elements at the time of Mandel, the elements which is not discovered. I'm repeating, the elements which is not discovered. So these elements, what he is saying as like the element is keeping a space here, is giving some x atomic number, and this element should be discovered later. So he named it as icaboron, he named it as ica-aluminum, he named it as ica-silicon. That is the third one, what we are observing in that Mandel periodic table. Now let me ask you one question. Where is the zero group elements? Where is inert gases? In the Mandel periodic table, I'm repeating, in the Mandel periodic table, zero group elements is not mentioned. I'm repeating, zero group elements are not mentioned here. Okay, like a helium, neon, argon, krypton, and all these elements which is not mentioned here, right? Which is not kept here. That is another drawback. Now, even though Mandel is known to be the father of periodic table, now he overcome the drawbacks of the first one, the Berenius triad, number 2, Newland octave triad, and number 3. Now Mendeleev, now he discovered the many elements, he arranged the many elements based on their physical chemical property. Now based on that Mendel's calculation, it containing 8 vertical columns. Vertical column is known to be a group. Vertical column is known to be a group, and 7 horizontal lines. The word that horizontal indicating that a period. I'm saying very clearly, the group elements must containing similar physical and as well as chemical properties, right? Now coming back to previous slide. According to the Mendeleev, what he is saying is the elements having metal oxides and metal hydrides. Now they're having the similar metal oxide formation and the metal hydride formation, which is arranged in the same group. Next, okay, like the elements like the element of the second column which react with oxygen, which can able to form metal oxide like RO, beryllium, magnesium, and the calcium. Beryllium can able to form beryllium oxide, magnesium can able to form magnesium oxide, and the calcium can able to form calcium oxide. Okay, now based on Mendeleev's periodic observation, properties of the elements in the periodic table that should be the same, what we can take it as periodic law. I'm repeating, what is the Mendeleev periodic law? According to the Mendeleev periodic law, Mendeleev's observation, the properties of the periodic elements that should be the same. The same property should be identified in a group. Now just now we have discussed the Mendeleev periodic table here. Next. The next continuation we are seeing here when we are discussing about Mendeleev periodic table. In the Mendeleev periodic table, just now we have discussed 1 to 8 vertical columns. They are known to be a group. Okay, and these groups are identified as subgroup like 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, 4A, 4B, 5A, 5B, 6A, 6B, 7A, 7B, 8A, 8B. And each group is divided into two subgroups, A and as well as B. Then, for example, when you're taking the first group element, first group what we're saying is alkali metals. I'm repeating. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. First group elements we are saying as the first group elements we are saying as alkali metal. Now these alkali metals in the 1A group having the same properties, which is having the similar physical and as well as chemical properties. According to the Mandleaf, just now we have discussed what is meant by the period, Mandleaf period. The 7 vertical columns, they are known to be the Mandleaf period. And sorry, please, the 7 horizontal is known to be the Mandleaf period. And the 7 horizontal period containing the elements will have the different properties with that another. Groups having the same property of elements. And according to the Mandleaf, the period having the elements, they're having some differ, or I'm saying that's differ in the physical and as well as chemical properties. Now, let me conclude our topic today. According to that Mandleaf period, there is an anomalous behavior to the atomic weights we have discussed. Tellurium and as well as, and here taking iridium. Now, when we are taking the both classification, I should come before of tellurium. Okay. Now, just to have discussed just now, because of the similarity in the properties, right? Because of the similarity in the properties, they were arranged in the same group, right? Actually, it should come first when compared with the tellurium. But that thing is not possible in the Mandleaf periodic table, which is not arranged in the periodic table because of the similar properties should be identified in the group and as well as period. Next one. Dissimilar elements placed together. Some of the elements at this point is very, very important. I'm repeating. This point is very, very important. Some of the dissimilar elements, they were arranged in the same group. Okay. When we are taking group and the subgroup, now I'm taking alkali metal like lithium, sodium, potassium. Okay. They're having the resemblance with another group line, copper, silver, Rm of 1B. Now actually 1A group shouldn't have the resemblance with the 1B. I'm repeating. 1A group should not have the resemblance with the 1B. But when we are comparing some of the elements of the first A group, they're having some of the similarities in the physical chemical property compared with that first B. And this is known to be the second drawback of Mandleaf's periodic table. Right. So friends, just now we have discussed the 3 main contents regarding of periodic property. The first one, the Arrhenius periodic table. Number 2, Newland octaves periodic classification. Number 3, Mandleaf's periodic table. When we are comparing the 3 parts of the periodic table, the 3 classifications of periodic table, Mandleaf's periodic classification about 90 to 95% is accurate, even though it contains some of the drawbacks, which is not assigning the nomenclature to the inert gases, right? Inert gases, which is not mentioned in the Mandleaf periodic table, but Mandleaf is known to be the father of periodic table. Now, and all these setbacks identified in the Mandleaf, which is overcome by the Moseley. I'm repeating. Later, Moseley designed modern periodic table, and the modern periodic table having more than 115 plus elements. They were arranged in the vertical and as well as horizontal columns, right? Now, we would like to discuss Moseley's modern periodic table in the further classification. Thank you.